Welcome to my next Supernatural Season 1 episode review video. Before I talk about that, though, pretty important, if you haven't watched the first 21 episodes of Supernatural Season 1, then it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this detailed review any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And full disclosure, this is my first time watching the show Supernatural. Heard a lot about it over the years and finally decided to check it out. So join me on the journey and let's discuss this show in the comment section. But at least for this video, don't spoil anything that happens past this episode. So with that said, this will be Supernatural Season 1, Episode 21. The title of this episode is called Salvation. And this will be my first time watch review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off in Minnesota where a priest is reading the Bible at his altar when Meg enters, a familiar character seeking solace. The priest encourages her as salvation is there for all who seek it. But when she reveals her black eyes, the priest retreats in horror to an underground office fitted out with the tools of a hunter with research and runs spanning the walls. Meg follows him, kicking in the barred doors. The priest throws a knife at her, but Meg catches it. He demands, "What do you want?" And she demands the location of John Winchester, who he refuses to betray. She slits his throat with his knife. Then we go to Colorado. John is sharing his research of the last 20 years with Sam and Dean. He explains the trail he has followed and the signs, the telltale signs. Sam's guilt at being the cause of death of both Mary and Jess turns into anger and pain, but neither John nor Dean allow him to wallow. John sees the signs starting again in Salvation, Iowa, and is intent on saving another family from the pain and loss suffered by the Winchesters. John receives the news that Pastor Jim Murphy, the priest from the opening, has been murdered, probably by demons, and John feels the pressure to hurry to find the next family on the demons list. John mourns his friend and states, "This ends now. I'm ending it. I don't care what it takes." Overcome by the size of their task, they split up to cover more territory and research all infants turning 6 months old in the coming week. As Sam leaves the medical center where he has been reviewing birth records, he has a vision of the demon's next target. Following the signs in his vision, he meets the young mother, Monica, and her daughter, Rosie. Unable to warn her, he returns to Dean and John. John is angry that the boys hadn't told him before about Sam's visions, and Dean points out John's unresponsiveness and angrily states he would have had a better chance of winning the lottery than reaching his father on the phone. John agrees reluctantly, interrupting. Sam's phone rings, and Meg, who they thought was dead, demands to speak to John. She informs him that she murdered Jim Murphy, and today she is with another friend, Caleb. She wants the Colt. And then in desperation, John plays dumb, and Meg promptly kills Caleb. She will keep killing all his friends until he hands over the Colt. John agrees to meet her in Lincoln at midnight for the trade. The boys protest, handing the gun over, but John has a plan. They will use a substitute gun since Meg doesn't know what the real one looks like, and in an emotional revelation, he admits again that he needs this job to finally be over. When Dean returns with the fake Colt, he pleads with John to not throw his life away, and he's no good to them dead. John tells them to do the same. He hands over the real Colt and the task of killing the demon to the boys, finishing the job he started. John arrives in Lincoln to meet Meg. He cases the territory for escape routes and traps and finds a reservoir to bless. While the boys stand watch over Monica and her family, John confronts Meg. She is joined by a taciturn demon, Tom. John hands the gun to Meg, and she in turn hands it to Tom, asking if he thinks it's the real thing. Without warning, he shoots at Meg. She's pissed, but she doesn't die. In shock and anger, Meg rounds on John now that it is obvious the gun isn't real, the real Colt. He runs and deters them by releasing a valve, thereby spraying them with holy water he had prepared earlier. And then outside the building, John finds his truck tires have been slashed. Running, he finds himself a dead end and trapped. Meanwhile, realizing the signs that the main demon has arrived at the house, the boys break in an attempt to save Monica and Rosie. Racing to the nursery, Sam faces the yellow-eyed demon over Rosie's crib, and after hesitating for a second, fires off his shot, but the demon vanishes too fast. Grabbing Monica as Dean saves Rosie, they race them from the burning house. Turning back, they see that the yellow-eyed demon is standing in the flames. Dean stops Sam from trying to re-enter the burning building. And then back in the hotel room, while Dean is anxiously trying to contact John, Sam is angry that Dean stopped him from going after the yellow-eyed demon. Dean confronts him about his desire for revenge and self-sacrifice, stating that if it means Sam getting himself killed, he hopes they never find it. Sam's anger boils over and he pushes Dean into an emotional confession. Shocking Sam into the present, his focus shifts back to John. Dean tries their father's phone again. It is answered by Meg, and to their horror, she promises they will never see their father again. To be continued, as the next episode is the finale of season 1. So pretty good episode. I really got into this one. It's not my favorite episode, but it's probably like from beginning to end the best episode in terms of like how it goes. There's just one or two that I like a little bit more. One for sure, maybe two, but I'm going to give the episode an 8.7 out of 10. And my character of the episode, I'm going to give to John, just because of the stuff that he did trying to get, Meg and the new character Tom. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Supernatural, which I hope you are, you're watching this video, make sure that you Hulk smash the like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Supernatural. What would you rate it, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your character of the episode? A lot of times, Sam and Dean are the characters of the episode, but I try to give it to somebody else if I can. And then last, but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get over 100K subscribers. Yes, I know I set my goals pretty high. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.